this is Vrinda. The NEET retest will be held on the 21st of June. In order for 22 lakh students to be able to take the exam, 10 crore Telegram users will not be able to use the app for over a week. Yes, these are the lengths to which the government has to go to conduct one exam in a fair manner. The exam papers are being flown in through Air Force jets with CRPF and CISF escorts. The retest paper setters are under lockdown till the 21st of June. Everything is being done under 4-layer CCTV and AI surveillance. The Prime Minister's office and the Home Ministry are monitoring the conduct of the exam, and now Telegram has been banned for 10 crore users. Maybe these are necessary steps to take at this time, but the larger question still remains unanswered. Is the government unable to control the cheating mafia? The centre has banned Telegram until the 22nd of June for the NEET undergraduate re-exam. The NTA has welcomed the measure and said that the step has been taken in the interest of public order and in response to the organised use of the platform by cheating rackets to defraud candidates. The feature of editing messages after they have been sent has also been disabled till the 30th of this month. It is surprising that the NTA should talk about cheating rackets when its own paper setters have been arrested in the matter of the ongoing paper leak. In fact, they have been called the prime conspirators in the matter. So doesn't the NTA need to focus on its own internal matters first? They may say that they are keeping the setters under lockdown, but will that be adequate? The leaks can and have occurred across the printing and logistics chain. What about securing those? And is Telegram the only platform where leaks happen? True, Telegram has been one of the most well-established leak routes, but what about WhatsApp or Facebook or Discord? Can't leaks happen there? The leaked NEET paper was shared via WhatsApp as well. So will the government now ban the use of WhatsApp too? And were papers not leaked before Telegram was used in India? Of course they were. And think of the millions of students who don't have access to coaching classes, who use social media platforms for gaining access to study material, sample questions, group tests and so on. How will such blanket bans impact them? There is a concept called security theatre, where you implement security measures that give a feeling of improved security but actually do very little to achieve it. Coined by the American computer security expert Bruce Schneier in his book Beyond Fear, it's a term used in the context of computer security and cryptography. Essentially, it refers to security measures that make you feel like your passwords are safe, while in reality you are just being given a feeling of security without any real security cover. So is the government indulging in its own little security theatre, making the students and their families feel that all is well when it really isn't? There is also the issue of restriction on free speech. How can the ban on Telegram be considered a reasonable restriction to free speech? How is this not disproportionate? Will this not impact the livelihood of those businesses who run online shops on Telegram? The answer to all of these is of course yes. Whatever the government is doing now are essentially anti-fraud measures. Rather than securing the conduct of the paper in a long-term manner, these measures are intended to give the students and their families a sense of security and to ensure that the families don't get scammed once again. But so deep-rooted is the disbelief in NTA's performance that people are already claiming that the retest paper has been leaked. People have been sharing images of paper sets that are allegedly of the NEET retest paper on social media. The NTA has responded to these posts with fact checks, saying that these are false. Last time such posts were shared online, the NTA had a similar response, but then the leak was confirmed 4 days later. This is not to say that the retest has been leaked already, but it only goes to show how deeply mistrustful the students have become of the NTA, of its ability to conduct this one exam effectively. Even when the NTA does fact checks and debunks such claims, people are replying back saying that such fact checks don't build back trust. For a government to have to rope in paramilitary forces for the conduct of a national exam basically proves one thing, that it has failed a very basic, very logistical duty towards its citizens. The same government that wants to be praised for evacuating students from Ukraine or administrating vaccines to people cannot fulfill the basic minimum requirements when it comes to NEET. The Hindu has reported that as per an internal communication sent by the CRPF Directorate on June 12, CRPF units across the country have been asked to deploy personnel and nominate nodal officers for security arrangements for transportation of NEET papers. Additionally, all commandants have been asked to ensure that the personnel deputed for the task should have a clean record and no disciplinary or any other inquiry should be pending against them. Such grand measures like banning telegram, roping in the paramilitary forces or the Air Force, or ensuring that the personal records of duty officers are clean serve two purposes. One is to create a spectacle. All of this becomes a talking point for the media and the government without doing anything concrete. And the second, it bulldozes over genuine doubts of the people, the students, the families, rather than addressing them in any meaningful way. Nisarg Adhikari, the 19-year-old ethical hacker who exposed security vulnerabilities in the CBSE's OSM system, has pointed out that Telegram is designed to go around these bans, such bans, through the use of VPNs. You basically can't block Telegram in its totality. So if the paper leaks are going to happen through Telegram, the ban may not even be that effective. It may be grand and spectacular, but it lacks substance. India's great education minister, Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan, has said that the exam will go fully computer based from next year. Will that ensure a leak-proof exam, given that 19-year-old hackers can so easily manipulate the government's cybersecurity setups? It's come to a point where the Chinese embassy's spokesperson is mocking the Indian government with reels that show the extent and the success of one of the world's largest exams, the Gaokao, where 1.3 crore students take the exam over the span of 1 or 2 days. The NEET has become a matter of international shame. For a Prime Minister who does Pariksha Pe Charcha, sings praises of India's demographic dividend wherever he goes and calls upon the first-time voters ever so often, the loss of faith amongst these students is massive. The government may be taking the cover of all the security features that are available to it, but will that be enough to restore faith in the exam process? Will these measures curb the menace of the cheating mafia that is spread far and wide across the country? And what of those other exams, the Sarpanch exams, the SSC papers, the forest officer paper leaks? What of those? Are those leaks any less serious? Will the government deploy the CISF and the CRPF or the Air Force for every other paper now? Or will they continue to occur with the same fearlessness as they always have? This is Vrinda.